line in tonight's main event. Great to see RSG PH back in shape. Not a sign of anything that happened last night, so they're fresh.
They're fresh. I still consider this team the dark horses of the season. Sometimes they win, sometimes they don't. But what we know is they are always prepared, especially for the challenges that comes their way.
Yep, when it comes to objective takes, RSG Philippines, again, one of the most fundamental teams out there. They are the ones that you're going to pick if you are up against Echo, especially now that you have to deal with a lot of the winning formulas on the Orcas, the ecosystem, the Egg Connection, the Echo Express.
Yep, they're facing off against the defending champions here. Last night, the whole weekend, actually, the whole season.
The whole season.
Everyone from Echo has been firing off on all cylinders.
Yeah, I have nothing else to say about Echo. After the meta shift, every gameplay there is for each team, all of them, everyone fell down, except for this team.
It felt like Echo weren't really affected by the patch, even though countless of times we've discussed JP having to sort of like adjust to that support roam. But now we are seeing Echo being comfortable with JP utilizing the Mathildas, utilizing the Minotaurs.
Yeah.
It felt like Echo didn't care. They just didn't care about the patch at all, because they were still playing the way that they used to play when they were in their winning shape.
And one thing that I'm worrying about right now is that Echo was champion because of this patch. They were dominating the utility support heroes back in M4, right?
Yep, and again, they're also still fielding their roamer this time around. One-time MDL champion, multi-time MPL champion, JP. So when you look at the numbers, when you look at the results, when you look at everything in practice and in execution, it seems like Echo is on top of the world, higher than they've ever been, even when they took home the World Championship in Jakarta.
I think they're on top of the universe, the MLBB universe right now. They're #1 in MPL. They're also #1 in MDL. Why is that happening?
Well, Midnight's going to explain exactly why through the keys to victory brought to us by Infinix.
Well, there's definitely a lot of it in the line here for both sides, RSG and Echo, needing to take a win away from each other. And to do that, they need to follow the keys to victory brought to us by Infinix Note Series ultra-fast gameplay. Now, for RSG Philippines, they have to help Irad during the objective takes. We all know that Echo loves to switch up their gameplay. Sometimes they go for the Echo Express to make sure that they take down the jungler first before they actually take the Lord. Turtle and Lord dances will revolve around who gets the better position. That's why RSG needs to make sure that Irad does not get picked off by the Orcas. Now, for the side of Echo, they have to force Light out of his comfort picks. We all know that Light has been able to perform really, really well when he is on the Light heroes. But on the other hand, you have the Orcas who are able to adjust on these roam position heroes. That's why JP has been really fundamental to the success of Orcas. And to be able to make sure that they have the advantage, you might start wondering, you might start looking into the hero pool of Light even further, removing the Kufras, the Minotaurs, maybe even the Chos of RSG Philippines. And for both sides, manage the lanes properly. Gold lane, mid lane, XP lane, everything is gonna matter here, especially with what RSG did against Echo. They have to make sure that they have at least stable lanes to prevent the jungle controls and the invades happening from both sides. Again, these are the keys to victory brought to us by Infinix for both Echo and RSG.
Hell, Echo's doing so well, they also have to watch out for another lane, the fast lane. If RSG can't stop Echo's snowball, then it's over. So how do you do all of those things all at the same time in the span of a best of 3?
That's really hard. It's a really hard to answer question because I think Echo is just in a different level, especially in the draft, the what do you call it? The fast-paced draft, the blitz draft?
The blitz draft.
The blitz draft.
Where they just pick heroes constantly.
Yeah, constantly. But what I noticed about RSG is they like to play the playstyle of their opponents. They like to copy it, and they like to do it better. Just like what they did last time on game #1, where they picked the highly objective type of lineup. Just get the retribution on every objective, then they will be on a roll.
Imagine, just to build on what you just said, I believe you, because it's not impossible that Eman pulls a Benny Curie. Eman goes ahead and steals your base.
Yes.
Yeah. You know, RSG, In terms of the gold lane, they do have a very stable gold laner, but Echo is just, again, leagues above over other teams here when it comes to positioning with their marksman. MNNE has been phenomenal on positioning himself during Lord takes. That's why a lot of the teams have a hard time finding this marksman over the Lord fights, and Eman may need to replicate that, that playstyle coming out from MNNE.
And now we are presented with an odd query. This is a coinkydink, as they like to say. Is this the best way to beat Echo? That you try to do what they do, maybe even better. Is there enough time?
I mean, in terms of fear pool, they are able to kind of like execute the same level of strategy. Look at Carl TZ and Irad. They both play Joy, they both play Assassin, they both play tank junglers. Gold lane, it's the same hero pool. Light, JP, again, same hero pool. But I want to highlight the XP lane. Sanford and Nats.
XP lane.
Yuzong matchup is going to matter here. That's a Yuzong, bro.
But there's a thing. Carl TZ, he told us in an interview is that most of the teams, what they're doing is that they are banning Sanford. They're forgetting about my Lancelot.
Oh.
They're forgetting about my Assassins. But then again, another but. Last night, we saw him suffer with the Lancelot pick. So is that the key? Is that the key? Do you force out these Assassins on Carl? Because we're on the utility meta right now. We're on the Brethrens and the Bakshas zone right now.
And even the Akais.
Yeah.
So we're going to see what the priority is for both of our teams tonight. It's a battle of minds, a chess match between Coach Panda and Coach Tic Tac.
Oh.
As we go into the draft, it's Echo on the play.
Ooh.
RSG answering back. Out goes the Joy, the Lancelot, and the Angela for the Orcas, while the Raiders ban out the Kadira and the Matilda.
It's actually Echo that paid respects
To the Lance.
towards the hero pool of Irad, removing both the Lancelot and the Joy.
Okay.
Now Paquito does get removed, so it begs the question, who gets the Yuzong on either side? Echo, they do have respect. Valentina Fredrin is open, but they go for the Yuzong!
Yeah, they go for the Yuzong. All right, I think Echo is expecting RSG, that RSG will bait out the Fredrin. So that's why they went for the Yuzong.
Yeah,
they're changing everything up.
Yep,
I'm liking
they're
it.
a step ahead.
Yeah.
They're a step ahead. This is a 225 IQ level pick here. Because
Maybe even more.
I'd say,
Yeah.
it's a beyond genius level.
Yeah.
But what does RSG get? There's so much out there.
Valentina Fred, most likely.
The Nova's out there too.
Yeah.
The
They don't
Edith.
have. I mean, they don't have any
It's
options.
dangerous.
Like, they have to take Valentina to be able to get that dragon form from Echo, just to have some sort of like response towards his first pick, Yuzong. Because at this point, you have to be really careful of what gold lane you pick for RSG.
Yeah. How about Aldous though?
Nah.
No, I'm kidding. I'm
Nah,
kidding.
nah,
I'm kidding.
nah.
All right.
It's not.
So there is that. And they went for the Novaria, except for, so they're letting the Valentina out.
Yep.
Oh, no!
They gave up the Fredlin and they gave the Valentina. Comfort picks for Echo.
It's so fundamentally sound. Echo can do anything with these three heroes now.
Yeah. Baksha, okay.
These are top 3 heroes for Echo, by the way.
Okay.
And RSG, they do get their hands on the Baksha. Now, marksman pool is going to be limited for both sides. Bruno and Brody, I think, are going to be the priorities. Irithel and Ixia might just see the playing field here. But RSG, again, with their first set of heroes, early to mid is going to become a problem. You are up against a Fredrin, a Valentina. The only skirmishing here that they have is Rizla. Yes, you do have a Baksha. It's a good matchup versus the Fredrin. But against a Yuzong and a Valentina, that's a big no-no.
I can sense that RSG, Coach Panda, Coach Brian, he's baiting something. He has a plan.
Yep.
Of course, you gave the top 3 picks for Echo. Echo can play these heroes with their eyes closed.
Yep.
Yeah.
And even with the draft index showing that RSG has an advantage in vision, they also have a slight advantage in support and utility. There has to be something more. There has to be something else in the second phase that just blows our mind, that actually makes sense of the direction that they've taken. Going into the second phase, here we see RSG banning out the Ixia and Echo taking out the Claude. So yeah, they're choking down on gold laners.
Yeah. They might be eyeing on the Brody pick for RSG, I would say. Either the Brody or the Bruno, just to be able to deal with the Yuzong and the Fredrin. But even then, if you look at if you look into the hero pool of MNNE, like, he plays a lot. Even the hat, it sounds awesome here. Like, it sounds good for Echo because you are fighting into that mid-game spike wherein your team fight composition is just leagues above RSG's.
Yeah.
All right. So now do we get a gold laner at the Eman? Is this the Brody that we're looking for?
I'm suggesting the Beatrix. So you have the Nova Bea snipe combo for an option.
Ah,
and there you
there
go.
you
There's
go.
the Kaja. So
There
the
you go.
Beatrix will make sense.
Yeah, I was about to say that if RSG does not pick Kaja here, JP will get his hand on it. Now that the Minotaur and the Kaja is out of the option here from JP, there's also no Mathilda. Raphael is available, however, but we haven't really seen Echo like pull off these support heroes unless it's warranted. But Echo, they do have that flex factor of getting, there we go, the Bruno, and now the Cho versus Baksha and Kaja. This speaks confidence out of Echo.
Yeah.
It's a showcase of just good heroes in the metagame.
It's a showcase.
Nice.
I'll allow it.
Thank you.
Nice.
Thank
3
you.
out of 5. Good start, Manjin.
Thank you.
Now we're
Welcome to the
looking
English broadcast.
for
you.
one more hero. RSG, what's out there left?
I'll go for the Bea.
The Beatrix?
Yeah, Bea is the
Is
safest
Iritel
choice.
still open?
I don't think it's good.
Carry. Okay.
Ah, you're
Because you
playing
need the burst.
How can we forget? How can we forget? But is this the right engage, though?
Oh.
Is this the right way to do it? Carrying the Kaja, final look at the index with both lineups filled.
Oh my
Look at the
God,
difference.
just look at the difference,
There's a
right?
huge difference.
Again, you are okay. The composition from RSG is well-rounded, but how much late game do you want? The
Yeah.
answer is yes from RSG. But Echo, they have insane early to mid timing. Objectives again is going to be crucial here for both sides, but I don't see any way of, for RSG in terms of winning Turtles against Echo.
Oh, given the draft, Echo getting their hands on all the heroes that they want. It looks like our smart audience predictions just heavily favors them. 80 plus to a measly, what is that, 82 to 18?
Yeah. And looking at the on paper, of course, the odds is just gonna go that way. I think it's really difficult for RSG to execute this one, given that they gave all of the favorite picks for Echo. This is the championship show that we're talking about for JP. He won MDL because of this hero.
And again, the Echo skin is a damn show.
Yeah.
Right? So, how about it? Let's get into game number 1. Is the Orcas versus the Raiders in tonight's main event.
Here we go. Steady start for both of the junglers. A classic Redrin versus Baksha. But look at that show once again. The vision game of JP trying to confuse Light and Irad for taking all of these objectives.
Yeah, that's forcing a lot of reactions coming out from RSG. Like, they are trying their best to protect the jungle of Irad, but look at the Echo. Like, all of them are spread out, and only JP is is forced to deal with a lot of the heroes from RSG. But RSG can't even do anything towards the Cho.
Yeah, I think Kaja, the Light is just spotting out JP wherever he goes.
Oh, that's 3 heroes hit by Valentina. 3 XP.
3 XP. So wave clear, boys. Just clear the waves, boys, says JP.
Yep. The way that they're going, despite the quick and the early start, it seems like everything's going to come to a head in this first turtle coming up in about half a minute.
It's going to be hard for RSG to deal with Echo in the early game. Again, if you look at their lineup, the only early game heroes that they have is the Terizla and the Baksha. You could consider the Kaja an early game hero if he hits 4 before the turtle, but where's the damage coming from? Like, where is the burst damage that can actually take down the targets for RSG?
Finally, we're seeing something different. Later on in the mid game, what we're gonna see is the pick-off game. Unlike the last series we saw, that game was a sustained game. This time, you have a Kaja. Every time the Divine Judgment is up, every time the Wave of the Dragon is up, there's always going to be a play-by-play team fight.
Yep. A lot of lineups these days just allow for macro play. This time, I'm smelling a fight coming up. Turtle already spawned. Black Dragon form from Sanford coming in.
There's the Dragon from 4D. Nats is in the back line.
Petrified.
Nats will try to go for Coral Daisy. There's the Star Laser, but Carl will last hit. Of course, the turtle. 4 heroes remain for RSG. That's 1 kill for a turtle.
That's a good trade, though. A kill for the Turtle, and Echo can't capitalize. What's the economy on that?
I mean, Echo definitely will have the advantage in terms of XP, but RSG will be able to capitalize on the gold department. The additional kill for these heroes will mean that they are able to farm up more because of the items that they get from the bonus gold and the lack of the presence of the Cho for the first few minutes.
Oh, if Carl TZ and the rest of Echo win this tonight, that'll be 101 for the young GOAT, because last night's victory actually made him the first in MPL Philippines League history to get 100 wins. Looking at the rest of the map this time around 3 minutes in, it looks like Echo and RSG are forced to give a little bit of attention to Eman and Benny Cutie.
Echo is now driving this game towards what they want, towards the way that they play. Look at JP, now a level ahead against Light.
Yeah. A little bit unfortunate for Echo that the Dragon was late on the turtle fight, but again, RSG, they are sort of like making a move of their own, pressuring Echo to make a forced reaction as well. But then the story of this game is gonna revolve around the Turtle and the Lord fight, especially with the Yuzong being present in this game.
Oh, nice
the kick
coming out from JP.
Oh my goodness.
Did he dodge the Divine Judgment though?
Nope.
Yeah, okay,
Wasn't
there's
huge.
the
That
Divine
is-
Judgment. That's a huge pull. And that is a kill. Eman securing that kill.
Never count out the Raiders. I think they saw that from a mile away. And now it looks like it's Benny Cutie who's in trouble.
There you go. Nice catch coming up from Erad, but then again, Benny Cutie is safe.
Divine
There's a
Judgment!
counter retaliation. Divine Judgment from Sanji. 4 heroes remain for the side of RSG as Benny Cutie will just throw off all of those fireballs to
Big
keep
turtle.
safe. And there is the turtle take for Echo. The distraction coming out from the Orcas in the bottom side. JP also with a pickoff.
And they won from the 2v4 to the turtle take, and then the eventual pickoff down bottom.
Ooh.
Echo is owning the map, not even 5 minutes in.
Oh,
JP was like earlier on when he kicked Light, all right, that was a good play, that was a cute dodge. But after that, it felt like RSG, yeah, they were happy with the Cho kill, but that was a Divine Judgment used on the roam of Echo.
They risked it. Again, another team fight coming here in the top lane. And Kramer is just going to be the casualty. No
right.
casualties whatsoever.
What's going to happen here is if Echo picks fights like that and forces, again, the key word is RSG to react.
Yeah.
Oh, the Raiders are going to lose this game if they continue to do that.
And the RSG is just reacting
JC.
right now. Here comes another. Okay, no pool.
Oh,
The JC, the jungle control coming out from Echo, forcing Irad to sort of like deal with the situation right now. He only takes greens on the other side. Level 7 now versus the level 9 of Carl TZ's Fredrin.
and he stole away the purple too, folks. It's one thing to control the jungle, right? Make it hard. But right now, Echo's choking RSG. They need these resources, but they're denying the Baksha the rotational speed.
Yeah.
What are you going to do if you get there when you don't have the right items?
And they're just gonna wait for it again. Wait for Echo to initiate and maybe pick off someone, punish the over-aggressiveness. But then again, this is Echo we're talking about. I hate to say it, but they're owning the first 5 minutes again of the match.
Well, again, the draft index does indicate that Echo has insane early to mid. However, they should not be content with this, Echo, because RSG, they do have late game, they do have ways of catching, they have poke, they have vision. Come the late game, it's going to be very difficult for Echo to fight into 5v5 engagements, but they still have a lot of time to work with.
Ooh, here we go. Echo going for the pull. Turtle already up.
Okay.
River control belongs
Specify
to
was used.
them. And there's a pull!
Divine Judgment pull, plus, of course, the tower hits together with Irad. They will get one kill. Here comes the
Counting
middle zone onto one, onto Carl. But still, the young GOAT will get that retribution. Again, Irad going in front. Meanwhile, Carl also trying to get 3. Carl soaking all of the damage. Nats and company, they're trying to get this one. Finally, a kill for RSG. And yet
Benny!
again, the Storm. Benny Cutie with a flank. Double kill for Mr. Benny Cutie.
He's a force of nature. You never know where he is, what he's up to.
Irad.
At bottom, and now he's kicking balls in Irad's face.
And they ain't stopping.
Benny, it's not
And
done yet!
Benny ain't stopping. Eman trying his best.
Oh!
It's the kick, but Benny went too hard. Eman with the punish. Eman with the flicker out. And JP and the others will just retreat. Echo still on a roll. RSG trying to get something here.
Ooh.
Okay, it won't hit.
It's a darn shame that the Petrifying Sanford wasn't up, but for the Raiders, that is just what they needed to get a breather. Despite the back and forth, the forth and back, the rally here close to this river, close to this turtle pit. That's where the majority of the kills happened anyways. Echo have grown up to a lead of what? Approaching 2K.
I mean, it was very sloppy by the Orcas. RSG played that fight well, but you see the strength, you see the firepower of what Echo has. The damage output coming out from the Bruno alone is enough to sort of like deal with the 4 heroes of RSG. Again, it was just unfortunate that Sanford wasn't really there. It was late with the Dragon form, and the Petrify was used prior to Benecutie joining that fight. So RSG, they are losing the fight, they're losing the skirmishes, but they're winning the macro battle.
Yep, it's evident here. They were able to push the gold lane tier 1 down, and Echo's the one catching up. Their 2K gold lead now down to just 900, 800, and Benecutie's going to eventually get it, but that makes this Lord, now spawning about 5 seconds from now, closer to a 50-50.
Yeah. Would like to commend Eman also on that last skirmish. He kept his composure. He kept his composure, positioning himself right. Then
JP,
again, there's another fight. Okay, Aqua with the flicker dodge. JP got stunned. As Light will go for the Divine Judgment flicker combo. There's a big comp coming out from RSG. There's a Black Dragon coming out from Sanford as well. Half-Belt is the Lord. Dragon Tail, Nats in front of everyone. Pen of the Zone from Sanji. Aqua is the main target of Echo this time. But Carl from the back, Appraiser's Wrath. Carl TZ setting up the kills for Echo, but Nats will equalize the fight. 2 for 2.
Gold for gold, and then an XP for a mid laner. And just like that, we resume the dance. Echo back on the scene, looking for a pull. The ones who fell actually are just respawning now. Look at Benecutie catching up.
Okay, Carl knows that Light is here. There's the kick. Dragon away of the Dragon. Shunpo out. Dragon Tail. Nats is too tanky for this. Nats, but Carl will try to get
the ball.
last fireball will hit. Light is desperately trying to get out, but no. Here comes Eman. Here comes the retaliation. The true damage coming out from this carry is enough to punish Echo. Still, Echo leads by gold, but RSG, they will stand. They will not give up the Lord.
Given everything that's happened in the past 2 minutes, it only really led to, deaths on both ends, plus the mid lane tier 1 getting pushed in. I think Echo are forcing these trades.
Yeah, they're forcing everything.
I mean, as much as you want to say that Echo are winning the fight, these are still sloppy. The trades are favoring RSG. Eman just punished Benecutie with the flicker play because Benny wanted to take out Light. And now RSG, they are poised to sort of like deal with Echo now that the carry has enough items in his arsenal.
Oh no,
Look at
with
Light,
that said, Lord slightly favored over to RSG. Down to third.
Dragon.
There's the vision. Getting the last hit on the Lord. Meanwhile, there's the press down onto Light. Light is down. Eman, Phantom stepping out, using the Cyclone Eye to get out. But Iran is the only one left. Echo will punish them. That is a Lord for 2.
It's a trademark turn from Echo. 2 kills for the Lord.
It's no longer a fight, it's a brawl. This is a brawl. Echo turned that Lord into a bait, and they wanted to take out the heroes on the backlines of RSG. They wanted a 5v5 fight. Like Carl DZ, sure, he was still going for the 50-50 on the Lord, but everybody on the side of Echo were focused on doing the team fight versus RSG.
And now they make quick work of it, even stealing away Irad's purple.
Nasty.
So the young goat now looking to make up for lost time.
15.
A lot of the engages, a lot of the scrappy fights that happened in the mid game, they're now paying for, and now they're just making up for it. About 1,000 gold ahead here, approaching the 12-minute mark. Echo need to make up for it. They still have that mid lane advantage, though.
Goodness, how many times do you see a Fredrin stand at the top of the damage dealt leaderboard? 35k from the young goat. This Fredrin has been really phenomenal for Echo.
He has this killer instinct in his vein. Remember, he is the core back in Season 2. He is the assassin back when he was a part of Bren Esports. Now using the Fredrin. Masterful performance coming out from Carl TZ with his pick.
He's a Lancelot in Fredrin's clothing.
Yes,
That's
of
what's
course.
happening here.
That's true.
That's true.
Don't let the 116 fool
He's a king
you.
with an armor.
Yeah.
Don't let the 116 fool you, folks. About a minute and change until this next Lord spawns. We're looking at Echo controlling the map again because of the scrappy trades, because of surrendering the Lord over to RSG for those trades, for those
Yeah.
exchanges. They have to work a little better to wave clear.
Yeah. I mean, RSG, as much as they want, like, push out the waves, it's going to be hard to do that because there's always that jump coming out from Echo and the chase coming that could come out from the Black Dragon form. But what RSG has is, again, the vision game. Like, around these objectives, around the split pushes, RSG will always have the advantage. That's why we saw Light able to get the catch and latch onto the Bruno before because of the vision being provided by Aqua. So that is the thing that Echo has to be worried about. Like, where is the vision coming out from RSG? Where do we actually position? Where do we actually fight? Because in front of the Lords, it's tough to deal with RSG, especially with a lot of the Astral Recalls just, being shut out by Aqua, and of course the Astral Echo on the side of RSG.
And that's why Benny has 3 deaths too many.
Yeah.
It's the difference between true vision and just the fact that I know they're here, kick them balls in their faces.
Yeah.
So with that said, as we approach the mid-game here, for sure, this next Lord spawning in just about 5 seconds, it has to be more finesse. It has to be cleaner for Echo to engage on, is because we're approaching the point where if RSG punishes you, those 2 for Lord trades won't be worth it anymore.
Oh, yeah.
These are the type of games that it's always a slobber knocker every time there's a team fight. It's 10-8 in 14 minutes, and you have to give it up to RSG for keeping everything still at 1K for Echo.
That's right. It's very hard to do that against a team like this. Now, Astro Echo thrown out. Lord Dance engaged.
Half out for the Lord.
Carl TZ with the pull. Nas keeping their eyes on him. The bush control, though, from Light. Look at this flank.
Look at Light. Hiding in the shadow. Hiding in the shadows, I mean. All right, Light. Going in with the flank.
Oh, the
but
dodge!
Flicker coming out from Sanji. And there you go. The kick from JP.
Carl!
And there's the punish. Carl will take the Lord as Light. JP will take down Light. Sanji with the dodge. What was that? He was ready for that divine judgment.
Echo was playing on 4 or 5 different dimensions, and they won on every front. And now they're looking to end. They're
Sanji.
inside RSG's base.
They're playing their game. You gave them their favorite heroes, their comfort picks. Echo, ladies and gentlemen, waiting for the Lord marching down the bottom side. Is the end near, though?
This is what we mentioned. Like, you saw how deep RSG went in to find the Bruno, but you saw how far back Benecutie was. He was standing in the middle lane, and Lai was like, "Okay, Valentina, you're gonna have to win. You're gonna have to make do." But RSG couldn't even find it, as Sanji was able to pull his hands off the trigger at the right time.
Okay, there's the engagement. Black Dragon form. There's the Astro Echo Aqua trying to make something out of the Astro Echo, and there's the recall. RSG will stand their ground and defend.
It's crucial that both of these teams know how deep they can go and how much they can afford to lose. And in that defense, it's clear that Echo was not committing.
Yeah.
And I think that's a good call. Sitting
Yeah.
at 6K ahead, 16 minutes in, it's clear that RSG still have the vision game. And
Oh, yeah.
it's a good thing that they have a Novaria. It's a good thing that they have a carry.
Yep.
Because as soon as they start leaving their base, you never know if it's safe.
Yeah.
You know, like the Taylor Swift song goes, never out of the woods.
Okay, we have a Swifty here.
Yeah.
All right.
I like her old one.
Again, look at where Benecutie is. Very far away from where the team fight was. Carl
Oh,
TZ,
wow.
2.9. First skill retry, secures the Lord for Echo. And meanwhile, Sanji able to dodge the Divine Judgment away from the Kaja. Just masterful performance coming out from Echo.
They're so damn good at team fights.
Yeah. It's really
I mean, they're Echo.
chaotic.
They're Echo, so.
It's really chaotic. That team fight was so chaotic. I don't even know what to look at anymore.
Talk about how teams have amazing target acquisition. They had multiple target
multiple
acquisitions.
It's hard for RSG, honestly, because the way you start fights is with a single target acquisition. It's the Divine Judgment.
Yeah.
Even though you might say that the penalty zone would be the kit that they need to engage fights, who are you gonna latch onto?
Yeah.
Like all the front lines that you see, they are the targets for the penalty zone. You don't even see Benecutie.
Yeah, but again, this is a familiar territory for RSG. They've been here. They're used to this. They won games with this type of lead that Echo has. From 1K, it's now 6K. Still, I can feel the heart. You need to feel the heart of the cards, Joey. It's like Yugi talking to RSG. Yugi talking to RSG that you can still do this.
But
one crucial, one important divine judgment is the key.
But they're staring down the barrel of a big black dragon form, man. It's not easy. You can't find Exodia when Sanford's in your face.
Yes, for
Echo.
sure.
Now,
For sure.
Now starting the poll, let's dance. Carl Teasy says, Irad spotted by JP. Lord here, at less than half health. This is the same situation we were in about 5 minutes ago.
Look at how far off Benecutie is once again. Very hard to find for RSG. They need to get vision
There's the
onto this
conceal.
Bruno.
There's a conceal. Carl with the taunt. Carl will miss the taunt. Aqua also popping the Astral Hex.
Oh,
Benny.
Okay,
Easy
they
Benny.
saw Benny. There's the dragon. Here comes the black dragon. JP with the initiation. Eman popping the ultimate. And Irad getting the Lord, but the burst down is there from Echo. And there's the chase down. Benecutie wrecking havoc and popping Irad away. 13-8. What can the Lord do right now for RSG?
The mechanic coming in clutch, going through the hole of a needle to steal this big Lord from Echo.
But is it enough? Is it enough, Leo?
I can't say for sure because Echo's just going to take it down like that.
It doesn't matter.
Goodness. Echo, Sanford, the turn onto the guy, but JP!
Okay, there's the kick, there's the angle, there's the taunt coming up from Carl. Tower destroyed from Benecutie. Two heroes are still down.
Emma's alive,
Is
Emma's
it
alive.
endable though? The damage output of Benecutie is just too much.
Oh!
Eman is here.
Oh!
But that is the catch. Eman will manage to dodge it. Echo will retreat. This is the defense.
Oh, the chase, the
RSG,
chase.
They want to chase. Here comes Ira. They see me rolling. They hate it. Coming in for Sanji. Sanji will fall down. Nice last hit coming out from Aqua.
Benny,
But there's the
Benny.
retaliation play. Benecutie free hitting.
Oh!
Free hitting everyone. RSG will take 2 down and still will defend. We are going to wait for yet another Lord.
Irad barely gets away by the skin of his teeth, and the trades resume. It's like we're looking at the same old 8-minute game. Now at 20, Echo 5K ahead.
Oh my goodness, the turns. RSG. They got the Lord, even though they lost Eman because of Sanford using the Petrify onto the carry instead of the Baksha. Again, that's
Oh,
steal.
they're in a rush. They want to get this purple.
All right.
Carl, Carl!
Look at the burst.
Okay, that's a passive. Immortality pop. JP with a save. They stole the purple though.
Yeah, there goes the shred coming out from the carry. Now it's hard for Echo to actually do frontline defense against RSG. There is that Malefic Roar, the Corrosion Sight with the slows, and also the Sea Halberd, the anti-regen coming out from Eman.
This will hurt.
This hurts a lot.
That's an understatement, gentlemen.
Add to that the Ice Queen 1 that is allowing RSG to kind of control the movements of Echo. Whenever the Astral Echo hits, Echo is having a hard time disengaging.
Divine Judgment counter go for Light. Immortality is still online.
Oh, it's a
For the
dragon
tanks.
form.
Oh no, it's
Okay.
a dragon for a pull. And here's the thing,
They didn't
20
see it.
seconds away,
They didn't see.
they did not see. There's no vision on that. But
Yeah.
20 seconds from now, about Lord will spawn one more time. This could be the game-ending Lord.
10 seconds.
They do not know that Sanford does not have ult.
Yeah.
Oh, they have to
That was
start
a
tracking.
crucial cancel by Sanford, by the way.
Yep.
If
Kept-
RSG
kept them
saw
alive.
that,
they would have
Yeah.
pulled. They would have
Yeah.
pushed after the pull.
Yeah.
And the long lane control by Nats here, leaving that wave
Okay.
on down bottom.
They saw JP.
Irad says, let's dance. Carl Teasy looking for the pull. Lord still at
Oh,
neutral.
Eman?
Okay, they saw Eman too.
this is so deep.
Yeah.
This is so deep.
It's going to be a hard flank here. But they don't know where Benecutie is.
Again, they don't know.
Yeah. Benecutie
Ooh.
hiding in the bushes.
Oh, Carl Teasy get knocked stop. This is not a corner you want to be in.
Oh, this is such a good position from Light. He can conceal from this angle.
Yeah. Maybe catch Shanji, right? But look at Benecutie's position.
Oh, JP!
So far away. But those are the true damage outputs from Eman. You need to respect the passive, bro. You need to respect the passive. Here's the dragon coming out from Sanford.
Eman.
Will target out Eman. Petrify Dragon Tail. Eman trying his best to get away.
Oh,
Penalty zone from Sanji.
Sanji.
Eman Phantom stepping
Boom!
out. He buys the immortality. Is it enough to survive? There's the taunt of Razor's Wrath. Eman, no, he won't survive. Still, Echo will take down the gold lane. But look at the other side of the map. Benny Cutie trying to survive. Nats and Irad. Carl Dizzy running away. Here comes Irad with a rollout. Let's roll out. Chasing Carl, chasing Benny. Carl Dizzy trying to do the life steal. Benny Cutie falling low. He has the immortality, but I don't know what's happening right now because in the outside of the map, there's still not too much going on. Then again, Benny Cutie falls low. Benny Cutie will die.
Across different fronts, it's RSG's turn to show us the 4D.
Oh my G!
Front fights, and they are now locked in inside Echo's door.
This is a bloodbath for RSG, now finally having the lead. They can now go for the Lord this time and maybe end this.
This is huge. RSG can get their hands on the Lord. It's free. There's still a lot of minions in their base though. Permanent damage dealt by Echo. Midnight, how can Echo bounce back?
I mean, they are sort of like bouncing back right now, but RSG, they have to wait. They have to wait for the perfect opportunity. Carl TZ is still here.
Carl has the retry. Irad also. Light will zone out Carl. RSG. Eman is present in the vicinity. Eman goes for the ultimate.
Dragon Form.
Here comes the Dragon Form. They're targeting the carry. Oh! Get the retry. It is no other than the mechanic. Eman also trying to run away, but Echo will just force it out. It's still RSG. RSG getting the Lord and will punish Echo for trying to engage. Echo running away. There's the vision. The slows coming in. Killing spree for the mechanic. Irad.
JP barely gets away and RSG gonna lean hard on it. There's a Lord marching down through bot. And on multiple fronts, Echo is reeling. Echo is hurting right now.
Ultra late game for RSG.
This might be it.
We're mere moments away from a canon event, folks.
Oh, they don't see Benny.
Benny Cutie holding this bush. 3 defenders against 5.
Okay, Benny.
Oh, Eman!
From the back, targeting Eman. Benny Cutie, the fireball.
Oh!
It's not gonna be enough. Eman with the phantom step dodge.
The gambit fails.
And what was that? RSG pulling off a comeback, taking game 1.
This winning moment is brought to you by our official sponsor, FWD Life Insurance.
Oh my. Oh my God. You cannot say anything else after the bloodbath between RSG and Echo. I mean, it really did came down to the wire. Even Benny Cutie with that last play, but the dodge from the Phantom Step into the flicker to the bush.
All right, safe to say, even in the very last moments where everything was dire, Echo was playing like they had things to, like they could afford it.
Yeah.
But they couldn't. The truth be told, they couldn't. They were trading as if their respawn timers were at 20, 30 seconds, but no.
They disrespected RSG's composure. RSG, again, they have a lot of games that went this way. And I don't know, man. I'm lost for words. Mind blown.
All right, in Season 12 fashion, every time Echo loses Game 1, they snap into what some would call beast mode, god mode, and take 2 and 3. But here, after this, it was clear. They got a draft that they were comfortable with. They were doing everything right up until they weren't.
Yeah.
This time it's different.
It's scary.
It's different, right? Because this time they were winning.
Oh, Midnight, we'll leave it up to you to explain exactly what happened here in game number 1.
I'm gonna try my best because it was a very, very intense match between Echo and RSG Philippines. Again, game number 1. Shout out to Manjin, by the way. Game number 1, it felt like Echo were the ones in control. Actually, they were the ones in control from early to mid to sort of like a late game in the late Lord fights. But again, the way that RSG's lineup works is that if you get the catch, if you slow them down enough, you're gonna be able to latch onto the target and you're gonna be able to pick them off. And they picked them off, they did. As this guy right here on RSG Philippines focused down on targeting the main heroes on the side of Echo with the Kaja, the Divine Judgment plays onto Carl TZ, onto Sanford, making sure that he peels for Eman to make sure that the carry is going to be able to live for another fight. It was just crazy to see that RSG was able to pull this off against Echo. Now we're going to be looking into the highlights of this game, wherein we constantly saw RSG trading against Echo in the early parts of this game, even during the mid game, but come to the later stages of where the Echo lineup really works, like the damage is already there. RSG is finding it hard to fend off the damage output of the Bruno. It came down to whoever tanks the most damage in the front line, but nobody could actually survive the damage output coming out from the balls of Benny Cutie. But again, the sloppiness came through from Echo, especially with this flicker play from Benny Cutie, which was heavily punished by Aman. And there were a lot of plays that Echo did that got punished by RSG heavily. And this was very specific, but Irad was able to steal a Lord away from Echo, even though this was that team fight wherein Sanford got the good initiation, the good jump onto Eman, but he was able to flicker out. Carl DZ getting the Lord for the for the second time is what allowed Echo to have again the control on the late game. But RSG holding Eman on this carry, making sure that he stays alive. Irad even steals the Lord. Sanford tried to turn for the carry kill, but it wasn't really enough because they didn't have the tools to end that game, as the Baksha was also respawning when they got inside the base, and Eman was also respawning. And again, they got heavily punished by RSG. And it came down to the point where the goal didn't matter. Everything that mattered in the end game was the execution. And boy oh boy, Eman was so clutch on this carry, providing enough time for RSG to sort of like zone out these heroes on the back line, because the difference here is that Echo, they were running a Bruno, while RSG, even though they lost Eman can hold himself down in front of these two heroes, which is the Valentina and the Yuzong. And after all that, RSG, it came down to the point where Echo really just didn't have enough firepower against the frontliners of RSG. Nats, Irad were just so big and provided with additional layers of control coming up from the Kaja and of course the Novaria with the slows and the catch. It proved to be fatal for Echo as they ended up losing game number 1. Now we are looking at the kill map here. Very important to note that Light all throughout this game tried his best in terms of finding the right targets. He didn't find Benecutie a lot, but he did find a lot of good turn kills. But one crucial fight in the late game was the catch on that Bruno to make sure that Eman once again stays alive. This is where RSG saw the opportunity of reversing this game away from Echo. Now we're going to be looking at the emblems here. A lot of quantum charges, a lot of the impure rages, and I want to point out Irad with the impure rage on the Baksha. It's really awkward to see a Baksha rock the impure rage, but it's mostly for jungle clear speed and of course additional damage dealt. Even with pure tank items, he's able to output damage with the Tortoise Poissons, constantly triggering the passive damage of the impure rage. And this is where the difference came in during the late game. In front of a carry, whatever you build, the passive is gonna go through. So even if Sanford and Sanji do their best in terms of dealing with the carry, they're not gonna be able to outlast the team fight versus RSG, because the Baksha, on the other hand, if he goes in front of Benecutie, the damage output is going to be heavily reduced because of the fact that the Antique Keras reduces the damage output of the Bruno, and add to that the blade armor. That's why Benecutie could not fight into the Baksha and the Terizla in the late game, while RSG were just having to sort of like guarantee the safety of the carry. If Eman survives in the team fight, they're good. Echo, even if Benecutie survives, it's not enough because again, the damage is not the same compared to RSG in the end game, and we saw that when Eman was in front of the Bruno, where he took them down and ended up taking game number 1 away from Echo's hands.
My good man Robert, I don't think Echo was even thinking if Benecutie should survive, because multiple times in game 1 they were just throwing Benny at RSG more than they should, more than they're used to.
I'm not sure if they played with their food though, but then again, I have no words to describe this type of match. I am losing my English already And
This early?
Yeah, this early. And I tried to refill it because the upcoming matches for sure will be more intense. Of
Yeah.
course, with the type of match.
Well,
I don't know.
this went past 20, and again, there were some moments where both teams were uncharacteristic. But it's RSG who snapped back and said, you know what? This is how we play. We'll punish what you're doing.
Yeah. You want chaos? We will give you chaos.
And it's amazing.
Yeah.
I'm here for it. Folks, before we move on, we'd like to invite everyone to watch out for the weekly giveaway that will be posted on MPL Philippines Facebook page for a chance for you to win your own Smart Bro devices. Mechanics to join the giveaway will be posted after this weekend's broadcast. So get to it. We'd all like for everyone to win their own Smart Bro devices. Midnight broke it down well, and I think I agree. Light should be the MVP because he punished so hard,
Yeah, so
especially in the past 5 to 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Because that's when it mattered to pick off JP. That's when the whole Light and Eman, just those two, were enough to pick off for the 4v5.
It is really difficult to catch Echo on that game. We saw a lot of failed attempts also from Light, but he kept it
trying.
steady. He was trying.
Yeah.
He kept trying.
He had a game face.
He got it. He got one.
Oh. Speaking of which, we're about to get into the smart game face. And Manjin, I think you know how this goes, right? Whoever wins, you gotta do the face.
Okay.
You do what they do.
So that's how you do it here in English?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I will do it.
You ready?
I'm up for the challenge.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. I don't
Let's
think
do
we've
it.
ever seen a face we couldn't do.
Okay. Make it difficult. Make it challenging.
Unless they dance, because Midnight allegedly does not dance.
No, never. I
Okay.
mean, if it's a lord dance, I can do this. Like, it's a layer thing.
Wow.
But that's about it.
Wow.
That's about
Right. Definitely does not dance.
Okay.
it. Wait, what do you mean? What do you mean? Are you judging me?
I'm not judging you.
No, I'm just kidding.
I want to see Midnight Dance also.
I hope
Yeah.
your devices are ready because you know the drill. We've been doing this week in, week out, season after season
Let's
now.
go. Let's go.
So this will be the perfect palate cleanser.
Okay. Raise your phones. This will refill my English.
Should help.
Okay. Let's do it.
I mean, anything to take away from the intense team fights. That's what happened in game 2, right? I mean, rather in game 1. I'm looking forward already. Game 1, wherein it's not just one team fight. It's always a multiple.
Yeah. And it's always like a very confusing team fight if it's Echo. It's always multiple targets.
That's right.
Very chaotic. Who's gonna be who's attacking who?
I could have sworn Manjin was looking at my monitor too.
Yeah.
While he was just casting.
I was looking at Midnight's.
Remember
Exactly.
the
Yes.
rap battle, right? Like where Manjin
Volume
used to
3.
cast with, the volume 3.
Yeah.
He casted like this.
That's what he was doing earlier, folks.
Yeah, he was looking at 3 different monitors.
And I can't believe that the observer can follow all of it. Props to the observer of the game.
Props to you.
Our observers, our game directors, the people who work in the back.
Yes.
They've been doing this for years and they're the best in the business. So,
Yeah.
come on. If you're able to keep up with Echo and RSG the way that they did tonight, then you end up with people like Coach Dap of Omega Neos.
Oh, yes, of course.
Yeah, Coach
Yes.
Dap of Omega Neos,
Yeah.
close to the top of the leaderboards for MPL Philippines Season 2.
Yep.
The reason why he's so good at the game is because he came from that background.
Yeah,
he knows.
Yeah, he knows. And I think they're second place
Right now.
in
Yeah,
MDR.
they are.
Going into
Contenders
the
for the
playoffs.
championship. Yeah.
Yep. It's amazing. Folks, here
Okay.
we are with the aforementioned Smart Game Face of the Day.
Let's do it.
MPL are going to be the next Smart Game Face of the Day winner. Just flash the hashtag PowerSmart on your devices in the green background. Put your game face on, and you have a chance to win a redeemable in-game code. Who's it going to be?
Who is it gonna be?
Oh.
Give me a challenge.
Give Manjin a good one.
Who's the winner?
Hey,
Oh, that's hard to do.
That's strong. That's strong.
hard to do. Okay.
That's strong.
Oh, okay. Time for us to choose, bro.
I don't think we choose. It's the
Okay.
crowd.
It's a crowd. The crowd will choose.
It's out of our hands.
Okay.
There was live effects.
Oh!
Okay. Let me do it. Let me
Manjin?
do it with Infinix.
Manjin,
Okay.
you have glasses? Midnight, you have glasses?
Nah.
I believe the honor is yours.
No.
Okay.
It's Manjin. It's Manjin.
Let me do it with look
He's
at
new
that.
here.
Look at the dedication.
Yeah, that's the game face.
They're just holding it in. They're just holding it in.
Yes.
You know what that pose is? You know what that pose is? That's Sanford Season 8,
That's Sanford.
right?
There it
I
is.
did it. I didn't mean to do it, but I had to.
Midnight, you can say no all you want, but we know deep inside you'd love to.
It's Sanford. It's Sanford's pose. Come on.
Is this enough?
Yeah, that's enough.
Good job. Thank you,
You're
Manjin.
gonna let
Okay.
go now.
Awesome.
Okay.
You
Thank
have
you.
to,
Thank you to Infinix
Infinix,
also.
there you go.
Turn
Yeah.
her- turn her-
Turn it around. Turn it around.
Okay.
Yeah,
There you go.
There you go.
All right.
Kind of messed up like the.
All right, I got my English back. I think.
Good. Good.
Yeah, it's good.
Can't
Let's
help.
do it.
Whoa,
okay.
whoa.
Okay, even the
It's a
lights.
refill. It's a refill.
Yeah, even
We're
the
good.
lights are confused. The lightsmen are confused.
Because light went out of the
Because- yeah.
building and he got in again.
We're okay, folks.
I saw light outside though.
Oh, yeah?
They're talking about the game and he's still in the zone. He's still in the zone.
He's in the zone. He's just.
Yeah, like this. He was talking to
I blinked.
to Soul.
Damn.
He was talking to Soul.
I blink. See, it's second nature to blink. But when Light does it, he's just.
Stare down.
The stare down.
Well, you were saying earlier that they were staring down at the barrel of a gun.
That's right.
And
Yeah.
you have a light who does not blink.
Nope.
He's the Medusa
He does not
of,
blink.
Care.
of RSG.
And he saw the
care.
light.
Yep.
Like
Yeah.
that one opportune moment wherein he can land the divine judgment onto the
Yeah, just give me one. Just give me
Frederick,
one, right?
The
It doesn't matter. They played it to the point where any target that Light hits the Divine Judgment on is a game changer,
Yeah.
is a table turner, is a needle mover for RSG.
Yeah. Actually, Midnight told us about the late game that RSG was investing on.
Uh-huh.
And it happened. Like around 20 plus minutes, the game went on for what, 25?
Close.
You just need to respect the true damage. No matter how much HP you have,
Yeah.
the carry will shred your life out.
Whatever you build, it's not
Yeah.
gonna matter. In front of carry, if it takes 15 hits, probably 17, you die in 17.
Well, that's just a force multiplier and an exponential in MLBB. So maybe carry becomes a key pickup for Echo going into
Commodity,
game 2. Right? It should. What is that?
What's that?
It's a carry.
Is that a
oh,
wax in, wax out?
It's a carry ult.
I thought it was
It's a-
wax.
I'm sorry.
Or like if you're younger, right? Jacket on, jacket off for Karate Kid.
Hey!
Wax in, wax out.
No, jacket on, jacket off.
Okay. Jacket on, jacket off. Okay.
Folks, let's go ahead to our insider. Real quick palate cleanser before we get back into game 2.
Ooh, casters, the laban ngayon is so intense. Pati na rin ang ating mga fans. Nandito tayo kasama si Mima at meron tayong hito for today. O, sino bias mo today? Bias mo?
Andito ako ngayon sa Echo.
O, bakit Echo?
Eh, sobra na solid yung mga pinsa ko na yan eh. Mga malulupit na sila sobra.
Manulupit. Alam mo, intense yung ating mga fans. Kaya kailangan maglaban din yung mga fans ng Echo versus yung mga fans ng RSG. Nakasama ngayon si Burrito. What's up over there?
Hey! Siyempre, hindi rin magpapatalo ang mga Raiders. Kasama natin si Butters at si Yeah! 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 Hindi kami magpapatalo sa inyo kahit meron pa kayong mukha ni Echo dyan. Pero siyempre, nakikita nyo naman kung gaano naka-ready ang aming mga cheering squad. Kasama pa, may mga tambol ba kami rito? Let's go! Let's go!
Boss! Lakas ang
Yeah, go!
mga para wala kang vitamins. Go lang! Palo! Yan!
Eh! O, cheer natin yung mga Raiders! Raiders! Magingay! O, Mara, magpapatalo ba kayo dyan?
Okay. Akala namin may konting lag yung tambol nyo eh. Nako, feeling namin mas malakas dito yung fans ng Echo. In fact, nandito ang aming Lancelot. Mima, what do we have?
Meron tayo ngayon, cheer number 1.
Burrito, hindi kita nakitang sumayaw eh.
Aba,
O, ano
sayaw lang.
meron?
Ay, nako, sayaw lang ba ang hinahabol mo? Yeah, halika dito. Sumayaw
Yeah,
tayo.
yeah.
Yeah, okay. Habang nag-cheer, ha?
Let's go Raiders, let's go! Let's go Raiders, let's go! Let's go Raiders, let's go! Let's go Raiders, let's go!
Nakita mo yung galaw na yun?
Ah.
Anti-silos yun!
Grabe yung mga galaw. Eh. Akala ko nga gaganon-ganon pa eh. Pero again, nakita nyo naman kung gaano ka-intense ang aming mga cheers dito. Si Ye pa lang yan. Eh, paano pag sumayaw si Butters? Di ba? Di ba?
Butters! Butters!
Panis yung echo nyo.
Sumasayaw ba yung kabila? Hindi ko pa nakikita sumayaw si Mara. Sumayaw na ba si Mara?
Sumayaw ako kanina. Pero ito, tutulong sa akin. Tutulong sa akin.
Si Hito.
Si Hito, tsaka may lunch.
Ayan,
sasayaw daw siya para sa
Hito,
echo.
Hito. Alright, here we go, here we go. Oh, ano na? Mima, take it!
ECHO! Let's go, Echo! Laban, Echo! ECHO!
Echo! Isang banat naman. Ano yon? Ulitin mo ulit yung tawa mo? Oh, ano na? Ano na, Burrito?
Wait.
Isa pa.
Wait, kailangan namin bumawi. Kailangan ng malupit na tawa. Let's go. Nasamid pa yan. Pero, kaya pa ba, boss? Kaya pa ba? Okay? Okay. Ano gusto mong sabihin sa mga fans ng Echo?
Actually, kailangan mas friendly tayo. Kaya nga, mag-besties kaming team na yan eh. So, good luck and keep up the hype. Keep it friendly. So, yeah.
Wala bang flying kiss dyan?
Flying kiss ka kay Mima. Flying kiss ka kay
Flying kiss.
Mima.
Kinuha. Saluhin mo.
Saluhin mo.
Oh, anong comeback mo doon sa sinabi niya?
Hindi, magharap sana ako kaso magbibigay ako ng respeto kasi nag-import pa sila ng isang member ng Salbakuta!
Oh, final message sa kanila. Oh, go. Gawin mo.
Huwag kayong mag-aalala dahil nandito na si Mima sumayaw, humiyaw lahat tayo sama-sama. Huwag ka lang humilit at huwag nyo lang ipilit dahil sa match na to, Echo lang ang ling babawi!
May rap.
Alright! We're having so much fun in here kaya dapat talaga nandito kayo sa MPL Arena live na live para manood ng ating mga bakbakan. And speaking of, magsisimula na ang ating next game kaya balikan tayo sa ating mga casters. Pasok!
I can't get over it. Nimadar said, let's show respect, and then goes ahead and calls one of RSG's fans a member of the Filipino rap group, Salbakuta.
Well, at least he caught the kiss. But he did
Well, he didn't receive it.
Where did she put it?
in his pocket.
Kept it for a rainy day.
No, it's still in her hands.
Yeah.
Like she received it, and
Like this.
she rapped,
And
and
she
she
rapped.
opened her hands.
Yeah.
So it's on the floor now.
But it's a great refresher.
It's good.
It's a good.
You have your English
it's
revealed.
good. Yeah,
Very
I
good.
think so.
More than.
Yeah,
More
maybe.
than.
I'm getting ready because I think the game will be more intense this time.
It has to be. Because
has to be.
Echo is put in a corner. Echo is put in a situation that they're not used to. This is
Yeah.
foreign territory for the Orcas right now.
Yeah.
Given that a lot of the Game 1 losses that they've had in Season 12 were mess around and find out gameplay.
Yeah.
Right? They drafted spotty. They played weird. But here they gave their all. They
Yeah.
got a good draft. This is the best draft they've had in months.
Yeah,
And they still lost.
It's the first time that a team came back from that deficit. What? 8K? 6K?
Huge. Approaching
Huge
10.
deficit, approaching 10.
Yeah.
This victory will shake things up in the standings also if RSG gets this.
What gets me, however, is I'm gonna ask you a question. When was the last time you saw Sanford lose on a Yuzong?
I can't remember.
I think it was last year.
It was last year.
This was the first.
Yeah.
It took that long.
And if I remember, last season, RSG were the first ones who defeated Echo.
Yeah.
Back when H2 was the jungler.
Yeah. First half.
First half, right?
'Cause Echo was piling on a streak.
Yeah.
RSG ended it.
We're
yeah.
digging deep, folks. We're digging deep. let's get into the game. The draft has begun. It's Echo on the play. RSG
This is
answering back.
another
The
Yuzong
first
again.
pick is Yuzong. Same draft as game number 1, but they're iterating.
Yeah, it tells you that this variation on both sides, both of them have prepared for this. Like RSG, they know that this Yuzong will slip through. Because
Yeah.
game number 1, it might have been like a surprise for the Raiders, but game number 2, Brian is intentionally letting that
Yeah.
Yuzong slip through. Now the question is, will they take the Valentina?
They will, I think. It's the same. You don't fix what's not broken, right? So,
But they took Navaria game 1.
You know what?
Yeah.
I think the Navarro is better. For them.
Maybe.
For them,
Because again,
yeah.
they won.
Novaria Teresa, right?
Yeah, Navaria
First two
Teresa.
picks. Not the Valentina.
How do they stay ahead of the curve? I think we'll find out in the second phase. For now, I think they're...
Ah!
That's how.
Okay, that's the
Frederick Navaria.
There you go. I told you all the Navarro was
A
good.
mix
Yeah.
of both.
I thought you said Novaria earlier. You were referring to Valentina.
Blitz draft, blitz draft.
Oh,
it's
there you go.
Yeah.
The preparation from Tic Tac and Trevor.
I heard this from Carl TZ back in M4. Back where the meta is the utility junglers. He has only 2 heroes.
Fred.
Give me the Fred, give me the Akai.
Yep.
or the Lance.
If not, okay, let's go for the Lance.
Yep.
Lance.
Both those heroes, I play pretty similar to him. Midnight would know.
Yes.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I am a living proof. I am a walking receipt that Leo does. Does what he does.
In the realm of ranked games. Back into the draft, how does RSG close it up? Look at the win rate on Yuzhong through Sanford. Because of the last game in Season 12.
Yep. Oh, Teresa once
Teresa
again from
pick.
Nat. So this is again an
Same.
intentional pick
Yeah.
from both sides. They are really focusing on that Teresa versus Yuzong matchup. Now, second phase. This time around, the difference between these two teams is that RSG, they might be looking into banning out the Bruno.
Yeah.
While Echo might be looking into getting that carry for themselves.
Yeah, I think you ban the carry right now if you're RSG.
That's true.
You don't want the carry against a Fredrin and the Teresa.
I mean, they could pick it up, but
Yeah.
it's a hard choice to make. Like RSG, even though they won carry with game number 1, it's not like a confident pick
Yeah.
for MN. So I feel like they have to adjust when it comes to the gold lane, but they are sticking with the Ixia and the Claude ban from both sides. RSG were the ones to take out the Ixia. Claude was removed by Echo. Again, carry, Bruno, Brody, these heroes, they still exist in the Land of Dawn.
I think the carry is great for Echo. So I just want RSG to ban it right now. It can reach the Novaria also
Yep.
with the speed it has. But let's see.
Again, we saw earlier in game 1, even with the, better kit on RSG,
Okay.
if it comes down to it, the carry can burst down and find the Navaria via concealed play
Yeah.
from JP. So yeah, they're letting the carry
All right.
through.
All right, RSG might be forced to pick the carry now because if they don't, Benekito will get his hands on it.
Exactly.
But if you get carry now, you are susceptible to those Harrods, to those
baiting it out.
Beatrix. Because Beatrix and Cho is still open. Kaja is still open, by the way. So I think RSG, they
Carry.
are going with the carry. Beatrix and Kaja would be possible for Echo. Not unless they want to go with something different, but they go back to the old ways of Echo. Beatrix, maybe the Kaja, or maybe the Cho even.
What are the other?
Kaja, there you go.
It's the pull.
You go
Okay.
Kufra here for RSG.
Yeah.
Either that or you go something like a Minotaur.
I think Kufra is good.
The two of those, Kufra and the Minotaur, are stops. The Cho is the more active pick.
There's an Edith, by the way.
Oh, it's open.
We haven't seen Edith in a while.
But I doubt that they will pick it. I think Kufra is the best way.
Minotaur, Kufra, Edith. Those are the top 3
Yeah.
picks for RSG. Unless they want to go support. In which case, Rafaela sounds awesome because movement speed is gonna benefit RSG like a lot
Yeah.
versus Akai and Yuzong.
Oh, Coach Brian, Coach Theo, they're taking a while here.
They go Edith.
Edith, okay. Good call, Midnight.
I mean, it's like the only choice you have. Like it's the best routes. If you think about how RSG wants to play this, Edith does engage into Echo. Kufra is gonna punish the Kaja a lot. Rafaela will provide the early sustain for RSG, so they didn't have like a lot of choice for the last pick. But again, considering all things for the side of RSG, they are still holding that carry, which propelled them to a Game 1 victory.
Which sends a clear message to Echo. They have to end quick.
Yep.
Yeah.
They can't play as
No messing around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As Menji said, they can't play with their food.
Yeah.
You get from point A to point B, straight line.
Yeah, just finish it off quickly, make it clean, do it simple. Just be simple with it,
Yeah.
right? Let's see again another draft, another comfort pick draft
Yeah.
for Echo.
And looking at the index, again, Echo, early
Yeah.
to mid, very dominating lineup for their side. They just have to execute, not flawlessly, but at the very best, a clean early to mid performance.
Let's get into it, folks. Game number 2. Possible decider here because RSG PH is at match point. The
Okay.
streak of Echo is on the line.
The Brethren against the Akai, the besties, using the utility junglers here. Level 2 for Carl. JP though with his Kaja.
Well, they're double laning, folks.
Yeah, double laning, getting all of those XPs against Sanji with an astounding Valentina pick as earlier.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, quick headline before any more action breaks out. Kusei
Wow.
and MP the King. See you soon from
Wow.
MPL Cambodia. They are now locked in for M5. Congratulations.
Kosei, the way is on his way
Oh,
to
wow.
the Philippines.
Akunin, congratulations. You're all making us proud. Now back into the action.
All right, here we go.
4 quantum charges on the side of Echo, by the way.
All of them.
That movement speed, again, is going to become a factor here. RSG, they do have the jump!
Great initiation on the onward plus shatter. First blood again for RSG.
This is what I was mentioning earlier, like the jumps coming out from RSG. It is going to become a problem here for Echo if they don't deal with it. Because the thing with Edith, the thing that separates him from Kaja is that he is enabled up to level 3. Kaja is not Kaja to level 4.
Yeah, you need to wait for it, right? Unlike the Edith, you're good at level 2.
Yep, there's a coming of age for JP, while Light is just online as soon as they spawn in. Well, after he gets level 2. Now Sanford is behind on EXP. He's the one who's trying to catch up. Turtle already spawns. Carl Teasy first to the scene. At least Sanji gets his ult up.
Oh, the turn.
Okay, here we go, Nats with the strikes, but Irad will go to get that turtle. There's the
Carl.
penalty zone, but Carl will counter it with a heavy spin. Another penalty zone coming out from Sanjay with a steal. Who's gonna get the retribution first?
Oh!
It's going to be Irad with the ulti retribution combo.
They took too long. Ira was able to charge up. The skills, the crystals, and the damage coming out from the Appraiser's Wrath was enough to secure it alongside the retribution.
Not just, they forced Carl Teasy to use the heavy spin
Exactly.
early.
Yes.
Would have been useful to push out the rest of RSG there, but no, with that, again, 2-0, a turtle to their name. The Raiders are sitting comfortably 1,000 ahead.
Yeah, it's because of the momentum. Right after that game number 1, your momentum will just ump up that you will get the confidence to do all of these things.
Oh, and the thing, maybe the gold lane was going to be where Echo bounces back, but even that looks like it's not looking as good because Eman is able to rotate much faster out.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Another initiation in the bottom side. Sanford
40.
falling low. Irad and Nats. Double teaming. Sanford.
Can Sanji finish off?
Sanji.
Irad!
Oh,
Okay.
Almost got outplayed.
Yeah. Nice revenge play from Sanji. But still worth it though for Irad.
I mean, really worth it for RSG, mind
Yeah.
you. Ira sitting at 3 kills and the XP lane is going to their favor. I mean, you could consider like the Yuzong is just a walk-in petrify at this point, meaning RSG is fighting 5v4 at the moment because Sanford, for the entirety of early to mid, he will have to play recovery on this Yuzong.
Yep, it's not an easy game for the young Sanford Vinuya. About 4 minutes in, half a minute until this next turtle approaches, given what's happened already in this game elapsed. I don't think this is 50-50. I think it's a clear advantage for RSG
Yes,
here in
sir.
this turtle.
It's the Edith factor, you know, like the early engage and RSG was able to land onto that XP is making a huge difference now. Echo in the mid game, sitting at equal gold versus RSG. You don't want that as a Beatrix versus carry.
Yeah.
But do keep in mind, there is an impending power spike for this lineup. The amount of cash and the amount of team fight on their side is still immense compared to RSG.
All right, well, up top it's a 3v3, and down in the turtle pit it's a 2v2.
Okay.
Black Dragon form by Sanford.
Okay,
stop
but
the
Irad
turtle.
will stop the turtle. He will reset it though. There's the Dragon Tail.
Carl!
Sanford will try to continue the attack, but Nats trying to get Carl Dizzy.
Oh.
Irad once again. Last hitting the turtle. Nats flickering in.
Almost getting the kill on Carl though.
Okay, Carl is safe.
Oh, he tried.
Well,
Heavy
I mean-
spin into the headbutt. He was maybe 2 seconds too late.
Yeah. But this is a free orange buff for Irad because he knows that Carl fell low.
RSG too close on breaking the streak, Leo. Again, they now have the lead. 800 gold on a lineup that is working with a carry against a Kaja, a Yuzong, and the Beatrix. If you're RSG right now, you are smiling left to right. You're feeling the ears right now with your mouth.
They're not giving 40 any room since the game started. 40's died 3 times now.
Yeah. So, wow, Sanford, this is the dead lane already, right?
Yeah. This is the intent of Brian Lim letting the Yuzong through.
This is the deader lane. Oh, there's a
Okay.
pull!
First divine judgment of the game, plus a combo with the bombs. There's Light with the retaliation. Earth Shatter, Light popping the ult, but it's not enough to get Penny Cutie. 2 kills for Echo. They will take this, and they will regroup.
That was super quick, by the way, from Echo. Light was able to react, however. He was able to jump on the Beatrix, but the ultimate already was in the air. So Eman died after the divine judgment. But again, the quick fingers on Light, Echo should be worried about is Edith.
Yep, they can still find these moments. So now, I think Echo has made the call. They're investing in this gold lane. This is the one lane that maybe we can win. The one lane that we can find a way to claw ourselves back into a respectable mid game. RSG with a 600 gold lead here. Lord spawning in a quarter of a minute. And Carl TZ just, oh wow, he's just escorting Sanford now.
Divine Judgment
Oh,
to
Sanford.
Irad stun combo. Sanford flying away.
Run 40.
Together with Carl. And Sanford, it's just bad news for this kid trying to get maybe a little bit of XP in the mid.
Oh, well, I'll be damned. I didn't think I would wake up today to see a Yuzhong need babysitting. RSG is on a whole nother level today.
Look at this. Look at this. 5 heroes on Echo trying to deal with the turtle.
Okay, Echo making something out of that Divine Judgment.
Oh!
Getting a kill, but Carl, all right, there's a retribution. Irad will back off.
Oh, the young goat finally scores 1 over the mechanic. The last turtle of the game going over to
Top
Echo.
lane.
Up top, though.
Benny Cutie popping the ultimate just to clear all of the waves.
Yeah, push back, Eman. Oh, grant that purple. Irad.
Wow.
Stole away Carl's buff.
Sneaky steal there for Irad. Again, chaotic objectives coming out for the first 7 minutes of this game.
Oh my god, top 5 gold earners on both sides, 3 heroes on the side of RSG. Even though Benny Cutie has a lot of gold to his arsenal, it's still hard to utilize it considering that RSG controls majority of the top and mid lane.
And it's, taking time bomb here. Benny Cutie, as soon as RSG find him, Echo has to find another way, another avenue to actually bounce back. So it's so fragile, this game plan of theirs. Irad spots him.
Ooh, that move.
3v3 up top here.
Yeah. RSG, they're fully aware of the Divine Judgment combo.
Here we go. They're making rotations. They meet up now.
Golden staff done carry.
Okay. There's the Conceal. Light. He has the onward combo. Irad dashing in. Carl Thizi. They will respect each other's initiation as people will just clear the waves in the mid.
Echo, again, finding it hard to make a move on RSG. This is not what you want with this lineup. I mean, in the late game, you still have a chance. You have an amazing team fight, but you have to look for an amazing team fight. RSG, for the entirety of this game, they have not let Echo find any openings at all.
Nope. Again, it's in their nature to do that. The Navarre just throws out the Astral Echoes, and Aqua can say, you know what, we can fight here, we can fight
the
here.
vision game.
We can do this. Turtle already spawned here, about 9 minutes in, and it's weird to see Echo getting cordoned in. they're being allowed. They're given permission by
JP.
RSG to move around certain places.
Such a
JP
good
JP
position.
has the immortality.
coming in.
But
looking
that
for a
is the
pull.
zone from Nats. Knockup coming out from the Lord, pulling out the light. But then again, Eman with the last hit onto the Lord. Carl will take the initiation play, trying to stun one. But RSG safely getting away from that casualty.
Yeah, that burst from RSG, quickly taking the Lord, shows you the damage output of the carry right now, untouched. I mean, he did die one time on top lane, but right now he is currently untouched. RSG, they are heading towards the late game, Leo and Manjin.
Yeah.
Oh, well, what I saw in that turtle fight was Echo catching up to RSG. RSG was the one who decided what's going to happen next. And Echo was just playing into their tune. Wasn't quite my tempo. So that's what explains here. The 2K gold leader RSG is looking at right now. 10 minutes in. Lord marching down through bottom.
4-4. RSG with the aggression is
Oh.
doing all of these pokes.
Yeah, all three lanes being controlled by RSG.
There is a vision deficit. Echo are walking in blind. And
Yes.
that's what's making it so difficult for them to do.
Look at the confidence of RSG staring down their prey.
Echo, it's so uncharacteristic of them to be the prey here. For them to be hunted the way they are here in game 2.
Well,
There's a reason why the RSG are called the Raiders.
Yeah, and I mean, again, the plan of RSG to constantly pressure the Yuzong, especially with that first rotation of light, this Edith has paid off big time for RSG.
I mean, the KDA don't show it, but every single engage, there's a threat of activation. The onward Earth Shatter combo, able to ruin everything. Carl Deasy walks in.
Okay. There's the first team fight of the game. 5-on-5. Those are the bombs. Eman popping the
fight.
ultimate. Getting all of the damage onto Sanford. Penalty zone onto 3+. Of course, the Phasers ran from Irad. RSG wrecking havoc. Killing JP in the process.
Echo sent packing. They are not ready for this. You see and you feel the 3K gold lead. They didn't even do but sweat as soon as Benny Cutie started firing at them. This is difficult to say the least.
RSG, light with the initiation, the jump onto the Akai, forced the Black Dragon form. Even though Sanford was able to catch 2 targets on the backline, there was no follow-up. And the Divine Judgment was used onto the Edith. He was quite low at the time, but he was able to get out with the flicker and use the ultimate. And that's another layer of damage that Echo needs to worry about, like the Pylax and Edith in his ultimate form. I mean, in her ultimate form, deals a lot of damage.
Yep, they basically have 2 carries.
Exactly.
Come to think of it.
There you go.
Purple buff still withstanding. Oh, Carl Deasy gets it just by the skin of his hide, man. He needs these buffs. Echo needs anything they could get their hands on.
The damage is just too much for Echo to withstand. The Pylax ultimate carries through damage.
Even Nats, man. Even the
Nats.
Terizla.
Even the Terizla.
Look at this move coming up from RSG. Very typical of this 12-minute mark. Marksman and Robe on the opposite side of the map. Just looking for an explainer that will clear that way. But Echo, they are grouping up as 5 here on the bottom part of the map. So there's no target to find on the top lane. Carl Deasy, however, it's a different story. It's going to be hard for Echo to sort of deal with this front line of RSG.
Oh, the pokes.
Oh, there's so many ways for Aqua to check.
Yeah.
Even if he misses the Astral Echoes, it's all good. Now Nats
Virat.
positioning up.
Okay, there's the taunt. There is the slam. Carl Deasy with the desperate heavy speed to get away. And he will, but not. Okay, he won't. He won't. RSG taking 1 by 1, taking Echo down 1 by 1. That is the penalty zone set up down in the tower.
Sanford very low. They back up. Oh, Benny Cutie with a precise kill, and Sanji in the back line.
Sanji in the back.
Blasting them. JP's not done. They're still going.
Oh, RSG Philippines. 4 heroes are still up. Benny Cuties and Sanford are the ones remaining. A dominating 13-minute game for the Raiders.
Oh, Irad, he's not done yet.
3 for 1, and they're not done. Here comes Carl Deasy,
Is it
just
endable?
about ready to come back. There's a Lord marching through mid. It's looking dire. They need Sanji here.
Is it endable though?
I don't think so. Carl Deasy's alive.
This is the march There's the Mar towards the mid. RSG going in the bottom side. They're targeting the tower. That's the first kill coming up from Eman. There's the Black Dragon form.
Oh no.
All right, not endable just yet. The Orcas hold their ground. Mid lane inhibitor has fallen, but the damage has already been done.
Oh my goodness. Again, RSG. You cannot look for a better story. The first team to beat Echo last season. And maybe just the first team to beat Echo this season.
The streak is on the line here.
Gentlemen, I think we're forgetting it's in their DNA. What was RSG's first moniker when they debuted in Season 8?
The King Slayers.
Exactly, and Echo are now the undoubtedly kings of the world.
Yeah.
And
This is vintage Coach Panda here.
this is destiny.
Slaying everyone in the top seed in every MPL.
Coach Panda knows what it's like to be on top, and he knows exactly what it takes to take him down. So, with that said, about a minute left until this Lord spawns 15 minutes in. Echo haven't found anything significant. They're trapped inside their own base, hell, in their own jungle.
Oh man, Echo finding it hard to even get resources outside of their own base without having to deal with the heroes of RSG. Even Caldese. Oh,
Wow.
Okay, he got the orange, but he was forced to use retreat though. But Lord is gonna spawn 40, so it's fine.
He didn't need it.
However, RSG again, they just have more damage at this point. Yeah.
RSG disciplining themselves, not just freezing the lane and waiting for this Lord to spawn.
That's right, freezing the lane, denying these minion waves coming in clean for RSG for Echo to take, and that's exactly what RSG is doing. Irad spots Carl Teasy. Oh, Carl Teasy is just playing with fire here. He is risking his life
The besties.
and limb. Oh, this is not Magic Chess, fam. This is a best of 3.
I mean, Echo does understand that Lord is not up yet, so RSG is not willing to fight here,
Unless there is the body slam, JP popping the
Oh, the
conceal.
Petrify!
But nice Petrify coming out from Sanford.
What?
Sanji getting Eman. No gold laner right now for the side of RSG. Irad is the one left fighting 2 heroes here. Irad trying to call his allies. Irad trying for the light, but nice dodge coming out from the side of Echo.
His
Right,
sidestep.
pops the ulti. Echo will just stake and kill Eman.
First big win here for Echo, but RSG still making the most of their lead, keeping their position. Echo can smell the hesitation, they can smell the retreat, and Cartesi makes a beeline for the Lord, going
Okay.
for the pull.
Is this a risky?
No dragon form, however.
Is this a risky Lord call though for Echo?
There's no dragon form.
Eman will be up in 6 seconds.
Watch the back line. Sanji finds a nice bush.
Okay, Bennett's rage combo on 2 nuts. Look at Sanji trying to get Aqua, but Light is there for the help. Sanji popping the ultimate while Aqua survives. Penalty zone coming in. Eman is here for the rescue. Look at Sanji falling low and falling down. Still, RSG. Everyone is just too tanky for Sanji. 17 seconds, 17 HP
dodge!
for the Lord.
Heavy spin coming in. Cartesi spacing them out. I think it's clear. Echo's calling this off.
Yes, there's RSG running down towards the Orcas, raiding their base. But there's no Lord yet.
No Lord.
There's no Lord yet.
No minions.
Oh, 3 waves are cleared by the Drizla. There's just 1 minion walking towards top lane.
History has its eyes on you. RSG, ladies and gentlemen, getting near the end.
They don't have any waves.
14 seconds on Sanford.
Sanji
JP,
spawns.
desperate divine judgment. Can RSG end this? The Lord has been stopped. Let's see.
There's
Very
the
cutie
ult.
with the ultimate.
Cartesi
Very
goes
cutie.
down.
Just attacking the Lord.
They cleared it. They cleared
They
it.
cleared it. No Lord whatsoever here. RSG will they retreat though. Another batch of minions coming down bot.
Oh, big wave down bottom. Inhibitor still standing. Oh, Echo's holding on for dear life. I think RSG, they're going to hold their ground as well.
Oh, they have
Here's another
immortalities.
big wave.
They have immortalities.
Is this the championship defense? Can Eman pull
Oh,
off?
the job.
Okay, there is the penalty zone set up from Nuts. Eman will take down Sanford. And the Eman
Third base.
taking the base. RSG will break the streak.
The Brock Lesnar, the Echo's Undertaker. The streak ends here. This winning moment is brought to you by our official sponsor, FWD Life Insurance. Yeah!
King slain.
Streak ended. They have done it.
Vintage Coach Panda taking down yet another top dog in his hit list.
The besties write another chapter in their story. Irad comes out on top.
Oh my, you couldn't have asked for a better storyline, man. Like the besties, Echo RSG rivalry, the Kingslayers, the first team to beat Echo back-to-back in a regular season.
This is
Wow.
This is Echo's first loss in season 12.
First loss, yet they're. I can't believe it, man.
And it's a
I can't
sweep
believe
loss.
It. Yeah, it's a sweep. First sweep of Echo.
Carlton's gonna play a lot of Magic Chess tonight.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Of course. Props to RSG,
Get
man.
invited.
What even?
Props to RSG, man.
Could have sworn that last Lord fight was gonna be the turn.
Yeah.
But RSG made the right calls. RSG stayed where they needed to stay. And Echo hesitated. Midnight, do you agree with me? There was a lot of hesitation on the side of Echo.
For sure. Like there were times where Echo could go for the punish, but they didn't do it. It just felt like they understand that they had to play around objectives. But again, RSG, they did not let go of the control that they had, the positioning, the bush, the aggressive plays. Yes, Emma was punished one time, but that was it.
Yeah.
It was RSG controlling the movements of Echo every single time.
I still believe that RSG is the dark horse of the tournament, and you won't know whether they win or whether they don't. But if they're up against a really tough opponent, you will definitely put your bets on RSG.
By definition, you call them a dark horse when you're mid-season, when you're in competition. But if you're gonna look at their history, they've always consistently put up results. They have had a podium finish in almost every single tournament they've had since they formed as a franchise. So that explains why they are this good. That's why they are one of the pillars of MLBB Esports. That's why when you look at the greater picture of MLBB Esports around the world, you look to the Philippines and say, you look at that team over there, RSG PH. They haven't won a championship in a while, but look at what they did here tonight.
Yeah. It's hard to be a best team against RSG. Like, if you're a good team, sure, might take a game away from the Raiders, might even win a series. But if you're standing at the top of everything, if you're standing at the top of MLBB and you face the Kingslayers, you know what's next.
Hey,
I don't know what's next anymore, man.
If Benny Cutie is a force of nature, so is RSG. They are basically the gravity
Yeah.
in our league. As high as you can get, gravity
pull you
stays.
right back in.
You always have to come back down.
GG Gravity. Can we call them that?
GG
The
gravity.
gravity of the tournament? I don't know.
Well, the gravity of this win here doesn't speak much for the leaderboards. Again, Echo is miles ahead of everybody, but
Yeah, they're already upper bracket.
in a matter of talking about status quo,
Yeah.
power levels, just narrative-wise, this is unprecedented.
If I'm not mistaken, I talked to Tic Tac, and their mission is to get all of the wins, to get the
14-0.
14-0. But then RSG is there. No, you can't.
Yeah.
No, you can't.
I remember Bonchan saying that it's hard to repeat what they did, like the 11-0. And what RSG broke here is the chance of us witnessing the 12-0. When will the time again that a team will rise to this spot wherein they take 11 straight wins?
We're gonna
That
win.
is what RSG broke here.
We're gonna wait for the next season, man.
Next year, next 2 years, I don't know.
Here's the thing. Even if we do make it the next season and someone goes 11-0, as long as
RSG
RSG
stands.
PH is here,
You can't.
no one gets by them.
Oh my.
This is amazing. Folks, coming in from last night's defeat at the hands of MNNE EVOS, they are now celebrating one of their biggest wins yet. I dare say not just in Season 12, but the whole damn year.
I'm actually interested. Who broke Brent's streak? Oh, never mind. That was the NC.
That was TNC. That was last season. After 9
Yeah.
wins.
Yeah,
But it was
yeah.
TNT, RSG, and then Blacklist. So the RSG was still on the way.
Yep. They were still gonna do it anyways.
Yes.
This is
Yes.
their cosmic destiny.
Yeah.
Oh my
To break
goodness.
streaks.
Yep.
The streak breakers.
They were put on this earth
Yeah.
correct the power scales. Just
The streak fighters. I don't know.
I like that. I like that. I like that. The
I
streak
tried.
fighters.
I'll allow it.
I tried.
I like it. I like it.
From
Honestly.
Kingslayers to streak breakers.
Just
Streak fighters.
guess what? With streaks, you show your nuances, you show your techniques, you show your winning formula in front of Coach Panda.
We-
You become obvious.
We all saw this coming. We all saw this coming, bro. Coach Panda,
I didn't.
back in season 3,
I did.
he has this notebook just for Signal Ultra.
So now 40 notebooks later, it's enough.
It's
to
enough.
take down Echo.
Yes. We all saw it. He also back in season 9, he has a notebook for Blacklist, and
Just.
B-Wise was not playing that time because Blacklist that time was the ones on top.
Yep. Straight out of their M3 victory.
Yes.
All right. Well, you know what? This is what it feels like. This is the reality we live in, and I don't think I'd have it any other way. If Echo went 12, then it would also have been uncharted territory. But now, I think I will take peace in knowing that some things in the world are truly absolute. That RSG will always be there
Standing in the way.
to keep things in balance.
They're inevitable. They're inevitable, bro.
I'm inevitable.
Make the memes.
Perfect balance.
Social media, make the memes. We'll throw on over to Mara Aquino. She's on stage with the Kingslayers, fresh off of their streak-ending victory. Mara, talk to RSG for us.
Gosh, what a series! They deserve this cheer. Everybody, GG! One more time, GG! It was such a great game. First of all, the only team that was able to beat Echo, and you swept them. Congratulations, dahil hindi lang yan. RSG right now is playoff secured. At 20 points, they are now top 3 sa ating standings. Irad, how does that feel? Ang dami niyong achievements na nakuha today.
Sa ngayon po, sobrang saya po namin lahat, pero hindi naman po namin muna sa akin po, hindi ko po muna paano ba tawag dun? I-celebrate po ng maaga kasi regular season po ito eh. Gusto po namin kasi sila matalo sa playoffs po. Tsaka message ko kay Carl, nice game, tsaka dahil hindi ako nagtanim ng sama ng loob at nirespeto ko lahat ng sinabi mo dahil dun, nanalo kami.
Oh, sabi niya, papadarunin ka daw sa Magic Chess pag binigyan mo sa kanilang achievement eh. Parang gigil ka today.
Ano po kasi, last match namin is, iniisip ko po bakit po, parang di po kami nakakalaban ng maayos sa kanila. Tapos po, kanina po game 1, parang nangyayari po ulit. So iniisip ko po tinakpan po yung tenga ko ng dalawang kamay. Tapos parang inisip ko na lang po na gagawin ko na lang pong laro yung tournament na parang ginagawa ko sa Scream. Para po tumapang po kami lalo. Tsaka nire-raise ko po yung boses ko para magkaintindihan po kami lahat ng mga teammates ko.
And you did great today. Talagang bumawi ka pagkatapos nung kahapon. And because of that, with the entire team, top 3 na kayo. Congratulations! You know, this day, kitang-kita yung confidence ng RSG Philippines. In fact, baka si Coach Panda ang makasagot nito. Because today, you guys came out differently in a sense also that you kept Yuzong and Kaja open. And those two heroes, 100% win rate. Hindi pa natatalo si Sanford or si JP sa kanilang Kaja and Yuzong. What was the reason behind that? That was very risky.
Well, totoo lang, si Sanford talaga is really a big threat to any team, lalo for us, lalo sa first turtle. And then yung isip namin is that kaya mo talaga fight Sanford kapag Yuzong siya, tapos Teresa yung best hero mo. So best hero versus best hero. But let's go. And then he accepted the challenge, and then that's how we fight today.
And that's so great when two of pro players talagang give their best. Whoever best will win at ang nanalo dito, Nats. Congratulations once again. Oh, by the way, si Light naman. Light, Light, yung dati mong teammate si Kose, sila ang pupunta ng M5. Nag-champion na sila sa MPL Cambodia. Anong masasabi mo sa kanya? Kasi for sure he's gonna be watching this also. Your former teammate.
Sobrang saya ko para sa kanya kasi nung time na bago siya magplanong lumipad ng Cambodia, parang indecisive pa siya nun. Tapos sabi ko, hindi, sige, kaya mo yan, parang ganun. Tapos kaya ngayon, nag-champion din naman ako nung nakaraan nun. Tapos parang di ako sobrang saya. Masaya naman ako, pero kasi yung mga dati kong naging teammate, parang naiwan sila sa akin, parang ganun. So, kasi masaya lang ako.
Anong gusto mo sabihin sa kanya?
Congrats kasi, champion ka na. Sana kami din ulit para magharap kami sa M5.
Possibly, pwede kayong magharap sa M5. And now, it's time to announce the match MVP. Let me hear some names. Sino? Si Aldous. Let's take a look at the screen for the match MVP. Nats! Magtatago si Nats sa likod. Kanina excited ka, Nats? Congratulations! Today was such a statement game para sa RSG Philippines. Playoff secured na kayo, top 3 na kayo. What do you want to say to everybody and how meaningful is this for you?
Sobrang meaningful kasi ito kasi goal ko talagang gusto namin is makapag-playoff secured and I hope sana mag-ito rin namin yung top 2 and upper bracket ganun. Thank you sa lahat na nanonood ngayon and maraming salamat sa inyo lahat. Yan lang.
What are you feeling right now? Anong nararamdaman mo ngayon?
Ano yung kapag huminga? Ito. Thank you sa lahat sa Coach Panda kasi talagang grabing hard work na ibinigay niya this week. Sobrang thank you sa kanya and thank you sa mga teammates ko na kahit anong nangyari yesterday na pinik ni Irad yung Aldous is good vibes pa rin kami, walang sisiyan. Yan. Thank you sa lahat ng talagang sumuporta sa kampi ko and sa kay Coach.
And you're such a great team player. Nahirapan kami nga kasi sobrang excited mo.
Nakabulong na pa. Ay, Coach Panda.
Alright, everybody once again, give it up for RSG Philippines. You may now take your bow and take your walk of victory. Let me hear it from you guys once again. GG. Louder, everybody. GG. RSG Philippines. Playoff secured. Top 3 with 20 points. Nakita naman kung gaano sila kalakas today. Ang unang koponan na nakatalo sa Echo, breaking their win streak. And there's more to expect from RSG Philippines. And we're gonna see how that game went. We're gonna break it down for you with our casters. Pasok.
I have made peace with the fact that this is the reality we live in. RSG at 3, Echo secures the upper bracket, and the Kingslayers reign supreme. It's nice to hear, especially from our match MVP, Nats, because it's adorable. Coach Ban had to pull him out. What was he doing? Where was he?
Just doing Nats things. Yeah.
It's Nats Entertainment, bro.
Nats entertainment.
Oh, in breaking news as well, I think our league operations in the back have figured it out. This also secures RSG PH a slot in the playoffs.
Congratulations, Raiders.
How far off are they from an upper bracket slot? That's another question.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Okay, we still have 3 more broadcast days, 3 more days of competition. But for now, let's snap back into reality and have Midnight break down Game 2 for us. And even the whole series, put it in a nice little box, cover it up with a nice little bow. Midnight, it's your turn.
I mean, really, it looked like game number 1 all over again for RSG, but this time around, they were the ones controlling the early game versus Echo when they picked up that Edith and got the pick-off onto Sanford's Yuzong, specifically with the Terizla and the Edith going towards that XP lane. But man, oh man, the control from this guy, the bestie of the young GOAT, the Fredrin on Irad, proved to be a force to be reckoned with for Echo, as he was just able to secure a lot of objectives for RSG, making sure that there's no way for Call of Duty to get to steal the momentum away from the Raiders. Especially with Echo, doubling down on the reinforcements that they have on these turtle fights. And again, we see the shutdown on the XP lane being dealt here by Nats alongside Irad after that first initial death on Sanford. But Echo, even after that, they tried to find some answers onto the map, but it wasn't really enough because RSG, they are the ones playing to scale. All of the moves that Echo did were forced reactions. Aside maybe from the Beatrix, the carry kill on the top lane, but after that, RSG, every single fight that they took, it was all part of the objective presence that they have in this game. Because they are leading in terms of XP and gold, they will always be able to get the position in front of the Lord, because Echo will have a hard time in terms of contesting. Even though Sanford got shut down in this game, he was useful with the petrifies that landed onto the targets of RSG. But come the late game, Eman was just far too off. Like, the damage output coming out from Macari is just way too much for the frontliners of Echo to deal with in the zone that Nats has been doing against the Akai, especially alongside Light, and sometimes even Irad, zoning out the enemy jungler to be able to make sure that they are able to secure the Lord while forcing the Black Dragon form. Some kills were quite exciting for Echo because it looked like comeback kills, but RSG, again, knowing that they are in advantage, utilizing their heroes really, really well. Again, these were some of the punishes that I was mentioning earlier. Echo finding some important kills on Eman, but after that, the sloppiness got into them. Sanji diving Aqua, losing the Valentina here was crucial. RSG after this, poised to take the team fight against Echo, and fully doubling down on the target selection, not even trying to take down the Lord, because they know that they can turn the team fight. This is the Lord dance that we have been looking for, and that forced Echo inside the base. But even after that, Echo held their ground for so long, but it only took RSG some minor waves to come in, and Nuts jumping in front of the front line and making sure that Eman is able to really hit the base and end the game number 2 against Echo. Now we are going to be looking at the pattern of our MVP Irad on the Fredrin. As we saw again in this game, he was really controlling the jungle, both on RSG and Echo's side, having that lead, that early lead that they have been given alongside the kill that they've gotten from Sanford that was allowed by Light. The turtles, the greens, the buffs, they were always in the hands of Irad. Even though Call of Duty was able to steal one away in the 6-minute mark, it didn't even matter, because at this moment, RSG were the ones propelled to play the scaling game. And when you have the carry on your lineup, you're gonna be happy with that, because Echo were constantly trying to look for ways to engage against RSG. Now, alongside the jungle pattern, we also see the kill map here. That kill on the Yuzong on the bottom part of the map was really crucial, because that secured that Sanford, for the entirety of the early to mid, will have to play recovery on this Yuzong, and that again propelled more space for RSG to work with and be able to secure more objectives, because of the lack of the presence of the Yuzong. Come the mid to late game, Irad was always positioned inside the jungle of Echo, and even during Lord takes, he is willing to position himself in front of Carl TZ, fighting into the Akai alongside Nats with this Terizla, who was also given like a lot of space to work with and a momentum that he can control. Because there was a time and a point in the game wherein he was the highest damage dealing hero on the side of RSG, because of the fact that the targets that they are looking for, it's always in the front lines. Carl TZ, Sanford, JP, they're always in front of the hammer, and with the movement speed that the agility is giving Nats, he is able to walk towards the front lines of Echo, hit them, back off, regenerate for a bit, and sustain for RSG, while allowing the other heroes of RSG to peel for Eman. The story of this game was Echo not able to utilize their entire lineup because of the fact that the early game was on the hands of RSG, essentially making a death ball for the carry. Not like a death ball that is just snowballing out of control, but a death ball wherein Echo was not able to stop the farm of Eman. As we saw, like the amount of resources RSG took was enough for them to be able to establish a huge lead in the mid game, and the damage output was there. Coming down from the carry with a 2 damage that sealed the damage needed to kill off the right targets on the side of Echo. Now, we are going to be looking into the checklist here of our keys to victory. They were not able to force light out of the comfort heroes. They've gotten themselves the Kaja. The last big Edith was perfect on the side of RSG, while RSG maintained the position of Irad during these objective takes, which allowed them again to control the momentum and break the streak of Echo.
You know what? RSG may have taken those keys to victory a little too close to heart, and they blocked out anything for Echo to do. Like, there was, if anything, Echo didn't even see the light Edith coming.
Yeah. And who would have thought? Who would have thought that Sanford will have a dead game, right?
I mean,
I didn't.
when we saw in the highlights, he did have some clapback.
Yeah.
He tried to do something in the latter part of game 2, but yeah, you're
it
right.
was too late.
Yeah, it was the hardest
Too late.
zone performance of Sanford ever.
It's too late. It's too late. Folks, we have another bit of news coming your way. Breaking news here from the MPL PH Arena. Blacklist International also secures a playoff spot. They are currently at 4th with 19 points. They are making it into the playoffs regardless.
So
Yeah.
5th to 8th place. I mean, TNC is already out, but 5th
Yep.
to 7th.
2 spots left then.
Oh my.
Three teams are fighting for that 2 spot.
It's a triple threat.
It's Onyx,
Onyx,
Classic
Omega.
and MNNE Evils.
Ooh.
Classic.
That's tight. That's tight. All right. Well, folks, it's been an honor. And again, on behalf of these gentlemen here, Midnight and Manjin Faldas, my name is Leo at your service. It's us, We Bear Bros. We'll throw it over to Marakino on stage to close up the show. Thank you for watching.
What a week ang tapatan para sa karapatang makapasok sa playoffs ay mas lalo pang tumindi. Unang seri pa lang, damang-dama mo na ang tensyon matapos maligtas ng Jakey ni Chaknu ang buong kapalaran ng barangay na umakyat sa standings. Matapos nilang walisin ang Phoenix Army at dugtungan ang kanilang playoff stream. Sinundan naman niya ng tapatan ng White Tigers at ng Hive kung saan sinungkit ng APBR ang susi papasok sa ating playoffs matapos nilang masweep ang MNNE Evos. At para sa huling serye, matinding pagbabalik ang ipinamalas ng mga Raiders matapos nilang pigilan ang mga Orcas sa pag-ungkit ng kasaysayan. At dyan nagtatapos ang ating ika-5 linggo. Magkita-kita muli tayo sa susunod na linggo para sa kapanapanabik na pagtatapos ng ating regular season. Muli, ako po si Mara Aquino na nagpapaalala, ang tahanan ng pinakamalakas na MLBB player sa buong mundo ay mas Pinas Lakas. Keep it good vibes everybody and see you week 6!